Hey guys, welcome back. Today I am going to make one of those special recipes that everybody makes or grandmas make for Christmas, and it's called Spritz. And you're gonna need one of these. You're gonna need a cookie press. And what I've got in my bowl right now is 2 sticks of butter and 3 ounces of cream cheese, and I've mixed that together. And I'm getting ready to add 1 cup of sugar. All right, and then we're gonna mix that together. Okay guys, and let me add that when you put your butter in, most people like to use softened butter. You want it softened at room temperature, but you still want it to be cold. You do not want this to be warm in any way. And like I said, it's 2 sticks of butter, which is 1 cup of butter, 3 ounces of cream cheese, and then we've added 1 cup of sugar. Now we're gonna go ahead and mix that up. All right. You're gonna mix that thoroughly. And then we're gonna add next 1 egg yolk. All right, so you see how that's creaming together, all those 3 ingredients. And I'm not using my KitchenAid just because it's easier to hold the handheld mixer. And then I'm going to show you real quick, we're going to get that out of the way. I'm going to show you real quick how to get an egg yolk the simple way. You're going to crack your egg on a hard surface, so I'm going to go ahead and crack it on the corner of this counter. You know, hold it upright and crack it in your hand like this. Have a bowl underneath to catch the white. I'm going to flip it over into the shell, the yolk. Let the white pour out. And then we're going to do it one more time. And there's your yolk. So we're going to go ahead and add the yolk to the mixture. And you can make that egg white. You can use that as breakfast or throw it away. I don't like to throw stuff away, but there you go. We'll put that and maybe make an egg white omelet. But so what? Now we've got our egg yolk. We're going to go ahead and incorporate that. And I've got a spatula nearby. I'm not a Pampered Chef consultant, but I do love some of their products. And this spatula is one of the best. I'm getting ready to use their cookie press, but I went ahead and I'll put that down and we'll mix that up in just a moment. I'll come back with the other ingredients. All right, the next thing we're gonna add is we are going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Now, a lot of people, the recipe that I'm going by actually says vanilla extract, but we're going to actually use almond extract. So what I'm going to do, it calls for 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I'm going to, you know, almond is a pretty strong extract, so we're going to go ahead and add 1 teaspoon of almond. And I'll go ahead and add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. It's going to make for a very delicious taste in your cookie. There we go. And then we will go ahead and mix this up, and we're getting ready to add our flour. And typically I will sift the flour. So I'm going to see what this recipe calls for. There's so many different recipes out there online, and you can use whichever one you want. There are a ton of them for Spritz. This one works really well. So we're gonna go ahead and mix this in. And then we're gonna add our flour. And then the fun part will be pressing the cookies. It smells so good with the mixture of the almond and the vanilla in there, y'all. I really do like the way that smells. So that smells really, really good. So there's that. That's a nice consistency right now. And the next thing we're going to add is It looks like 2.5 cups of flour. So we'll be right back. Okay, and now I said I wasn't gonna, it depends on if you want to sift or not, but we're gonna go ahead and sift this. And I just recommend sifting because for whatever reason, it makes a nice airier dough. So there's 1 cup. And we are going to measure out the next cup. And then we're going to have a 1/2 cup. We'll go ahead and measure that and get that ready. And we'll sift that in there as well. And it takes, you just need a sifter, and it's really a quick process. So it makes your cookies a lot airier. All right, now we'll be right back in just a moment. I'm going to go ahead and mix this in. And you'll start seeing it gets a little stiffer with all that flour in there. We're also going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And this is, you guys should be able to see that. And then we'll be right back in a minute. I'm going to show you how to put this in the press. You can color this dough if you'd like, but I'm not going to this year. I'm just going to add sprinkles and do our own thing with the sugar and sprinkles. Make it a little easier since I'm making a bunch of cookies. All right, there you go. We'll be right back. Okay, guys, we have our Pampered Chef cookie press. And I just want to show you a little bit about it. I took the ring off this. We're going to add a cookie mold stencil here in just a moment, but I want to show y'all how to use this. I'm not a Pampered Chef consultant. I'm just going to show you how to use this press. So you think you could do this, right? That's actually pressing the cookies. But what you're going to do, there's a little pin right here on the side. See that? You're going to press that and pull back until it's about 3/4 of the way, and then you're going to release. So now it doesn't move. You can put your dough in there and it's fine. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to fill this up, and we'll be right back. And we're going to press these cookies. I'm not sure. My hands are clean, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to use my hands and put this in the press. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I've done this before. I kind of make my own. I'm going to make our own little thing. This seems to work better. You can see this. We're going to just make our own little log, I guess, and put it in the press. I'm not sure why, but this seems to work a lot better. I'm going to go ahead and put it in there. Actually, push down on that. We'll put some more in there. And a little bit more in there, and you want to push it down. Make sure it goes all the way to the sides. Oh, I don't know. Need to move my phone a little bit back so y'all can see. And we're going to do that. I'm going to put a little bit more in. And I see an air bubble. You see that little air bubble right there? You don't want that in there. I'm not sure. We'll be able, oh, I think we got it out. Okay. So now what you're going to do, we have our dough. And that's about half of the dough. And we'll be right back in a minute. Let me get all my pans and things ready. Okay, guys, I've got a few trees cut out already. And it looks like this press, I'm not sure, it doesn't seem to cut it off. So it's really weird. So you should be able to just cut that off, but I'm having to use a knife. So I would say another press might be a good option. We're going to try another one here in a minute because, yeah, see, these are turning out so great. But I guess I'll manage that with my hand there. And then what you're going to do once you get these all out, you want a good press. This press, I don't know, I'm a little disappointed, Pampered Chef here. This is not cutting them out like I would expect. But when you're done, you're going to just sprinkle some sugar. We're not getting too fancy with these. I'm going to add some green sugar since they're trees. Yeah, just like that, not too much. These are the kind of cookies that you don't want. You can only eat a couple because they're really rich. I'll go ahead and add those. And I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these out of here. And we're going to start with the new press next. And I'll show you how to use an old. We have one tray done. You can see there was a mishap with the glitter, or the glitter, with the sprinkles. There was like a little ball in there and it exploded. These are super cute. This is how you want them to look. And we're gonna come back in just a moment with another shape. I do have one that looks a little deformed right here. It's a little tiny. That was the first one. That's gonna happen. And don't fret, it's gonna be okay. You know, everything can't be perfect. I try, but it doesn't always work that way. But anyway, these make a really good cookie. And we're gonna come back in a minute and show you another stencil. Guys, the press seems to be working a little bit better now. It didn't at first, so we're gonna keep going. Watch it not work now that I'm videoing. Oh, there it goes. So, all right, I take it back. Pampered Chef, I'm sorry. I just want this to work. I think you have to push it twice and press up. Obviously, this one didn't work. It's a little frustrating trying to get this to work right. But that's, you know, that's how it goes. You know, nothing is perfect. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to put cherries in the middle of these. So they actually, see that one compared to that one? So you're going to want to smash those down just a little bit. They're not all perfect, but again, my hands are clean, for those of you wondering. Yeah, these came out a lot better than the trees. So once you get the hang of it, I think it works okay. So we'll be back in a minute. I'm going to go find some maraschino cherries, and we're going to put some cherries here in the middle of these. And these are going to be adorable. Okay, guys, we're going to put maraschino cherries. You can see the little flowers. Some of them are a little uneven, but that's just because we got to get the hang of that press. So you're just going to push that into the cookie. You really don't need a whole one if you wanted to cut these in half, but I'm going to put a whole one in because I think they're pretty. And it adds something really pretty to these cookies. And they're really tasty too when they bake. So, yum. So, but they really are a really pretty addition. There's a couple of these already cut, so we'll just go ahead and put these on these little ones, it looks like. Well, there's only one. All right. And you see how beautiful those are, guys? I love those. My favorite. They just look so pretty on your cookie tray. And once you get the hang of this press, which is the most frustrating part, they come out really beautiful. And some of them are uniform. There's a few that aren't because the press wasn't working real well. But anyway, you get the gist. And if you haven't seen these on your grandma's table, maybe your mom's table, or maybe you're old like me and you did them. Here is our butter spritz. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you did, give us a big thumbs up. And go make your own. These are so pretty. Look at those with the cherries. Aren't they adorable? Totally love these cookies. I made a lot of different shapes. I didn't video all of those. As you could see in the previous video, the press wasn't working at first, but then it just started banging the cookies out, so it was working really well. Got a variety of different colors and shapes. I think my favorite though are the little, I say daisies with little cherries or little flowers, stars, whatever you'd like to call them. I do have some little snowflakes, some other little flowers that I just put sprinkles, nonpareils, some little snowballs, some stars, trees, hearts, and that's it. And I think some little straws. They're super cute, y'all. These make a beautiful addition to your cookie tray. So I appreciate y'all watching today. If you liked the video, as I said just a minute ago, like I'm probably redundant, please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And we appreciate you watching Mom Share Some. Thanks again. Bye-bye.